Welcome to the Rusted Garden. Today is August 11th and this video is about late season pepper care. First thing you want to do, inspect your pepper plants, and they're doing extremely well. They've even come out of 10 days of crazy rain, and what I'm really looking for is any kind of leaf problem. I don't see much. I'm going to harvest all the peppers. I'll show you the peppers at the end of the video. A little bit of drooping and yellowing leaves at the bottom, but that's normal, especially when it's 10 days of rain or you just have crazy rain. But I'm really mostly looking for leaf problems. You don't want to have to do extra things just to do them. For instance, if there's no disease on the leaves and I don't see much of anything, I'm not going to spray them. Don't put extra sprays on plants that don't need them. I don't see any insect issues, so no need to put down any kind of powders. Oh, that scared me. That was a locust. No need to put the powders down or insect sprays down. Everything looks really good. So what I'm going to do is clean up the area. We're going to weed it. Going to give it a light nitrogen organic fertilizer. I will use chemical fertilizers when needed because they're better balanced, have different things in there that I like for emergency use, but there's no emergencies here. So fish emulsion, and we'll do a top dress, and that will set these peppers up to the end of my season. I'm in Maryland Zone 7, so these should be able to go well into late September, early October. I'll also show you how to harvest the peppers just so you don't damage the branches of the plants. So here's one section done. I'm going to do this for the entire section. One thing you want to do is you want to get in there and tie your peppers to the stakes that you dropped in earlier in the season. And I've done them in a couple places. I'll also give you a tour at the end of each pepper plant, tell you what the variety is. But as the peppers begin to mature, they're going to get heavy, and you just want to make sure you support the branches because they will break off. They're very, very fragile. Also, when I got in there and started looking around, things looked pretty good. This is all the leaves I really took off of about the 8-10 plants right in this area. Remove the leaves from the bottom, helps with some airflow through there. But I saw some chew holes in there. I get slugs and snails, so I'll show you how I put down iron phosphate too. That's just something I don't want to come back to this garden. But first thing, get in there, inspect the leaves, check for diseases, check for pests, support the plants, tie them up, and we'll get to feeding. Here's all the peppers cleaned up. And again, they look pretty healthy. We're not going to overdo it with fertilizer. If your plants are doing well and you feel like it doesn't need a top dressing, you can go ahead and skip it. Use any organic fertilizer. You want about just 1 tablespoon. Try and stay around a 5-5-5. And you're just going to sprinkle a tablespoon around each grouping of plants. In here, in some places I have 2 peppers, still 1 tablespoon, and you would go around and do that for each plant. And then the water-soluble fertilizer, I'm just using fish emulsion. No need to put it on the leaves. I'm going to still harvest these. I don't want any ground up fish on there. And just water it in. And just, people always ask, well, how much do you give them? About that much. Just follow the instructions of fish emulsion per gallon of water. And that's all I'm going to feed these pepper plants this year. They're doing really, really well. We'll get to the snail and slug bait that I'll put down, but I wanted to show you the different peppers on here. This is the Facing Heaven pepper. They point upwards, great for spaghetti sauce. These are the hot peppers. This is a red habanero, always the last one to mature. This is a, let's see, I think this is a Caribbean. This is, oh, Scotch bonnet orange. One of my favorites, the orange cayenne. And some of these plants are doing extremely well. Hungarian wax. This is a hot Portugal. One of my jalapenos. The red cayenne. This is an early jalapeno. Golden peppercini. Goes from green to golden. If you leave it on, it's going to turn red. Sweet cubanelle. The poblanos, or this is a mulatto, is lino. And I can never pronounce these. But it's like a poblano. Extremely well. That's almost 6 feet tall. Packed with peppers. I'm going to grill those. Got the banana pepper right in there. This is a Mad Hatter from All America Selections. Getting in here is my Anaheim, which are great stuffed with panko breadcrumbs, and there's just a lot in there. Those are all going to get picked. This one in here is an Aji Rico, a hot pepper ready to come out. This was a pretty and sweet. I already harvested all of those. Another early jalapeno, and this is your ancho or your poblano, and it really finishes up with the serrano. Now, it's really important that you don't pull on the peppers. The stalks, the stems are really fragile, and if you start doing that, you're going to break them. So let me show you how to do that. So I use iron phosphate or sodium phosphate baited snail and slug pellets. You can find them in most stores, find them on Amazon. I'll put a link in there. And you just take out some of the pellets and scatter them down just like that. Don't pile them. About once every 10 to 14 days, it takes care of your snail and slug problems. And you probably want to do it over a 3-cycle period. That kills out all the smaller slugs and snails that grow up, and it really makes a difference, and they'll stay away for a long time. For harvesting your peppers, these are shears that I got from Kate's Garden. I'll put a link in the video. Just cut high up on the stem. If I had 2 hands, I would be able to pick them up. But you want to do that. You don't want to pull the peppers off from the stem again, because they will break. All right, let me get to the harvest. Here's a quick harvest of the hot peppers. Harvest your pepper plants regularly. You'll get more flowers, you'll get more production. Use a low NP and K fertilizer, a 5-5-5 is perfect, NP and K. You can give them a water-soluble feed towards the end of the season, or you can give them the insoluble granular type, which is more of a slow release. You could do both, just don't overdo it. That's all you really need for your peppers. I'm in Maryland Zone 7, so if you're in a similar zone, give them one final feeding and let them go till the end of the year. Make sure you stake them up so that the weight of the production doesn't break the stems, and look for pests and disease. Hope this video was helpful. Please check out my seed shop at www.therustedgarden.com. Thanks for watching.